Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have another LEGO MOC to show you, and I haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought I'd start it up again. And this is a medieval market stall that I built. So first, I'm going to talk about the figures a little. This guy is actually a vintage LEGO Castle minifigure from back in the 1980s, I think. And you can tell it's vintage because there is no hole in the top of the head here. And back in the 80s, LEGO did not put any holes in the top of their minifigure heads. They do it now because they're worried it's a choking hazard. But yeah, so that's how you can tell that this figure is definitely vintage. It comes with some printing on the torso, which is nice, and also a bow, a quiver, and this cool hat that has a feather sticking out of it. Next, I made this minifigure with just an assortment of random pieces. It comes with this blue torso, some brown pants, and also an apple in her hand. So that's how you can kind of tell that she's the owner of this market stall. But other than that, some pretty basic pieces used there. Next, there's this guy. He comes with a vest and just a normal pair of black pants, no printing. But what I really like about this minifigure is that he has a beard, an orange beard, and an orange hairpiece, and these pieces work really well together, so I'm glad I could find both of them. Now I'll move on to the build itself. So first I'll talk about this market stall. I used some tiles and some plates here to accomplish this thing in the middle, which kind of connects the two halves. And then for the rest of it, I just used a snot building technique, which just means studs not on top. And I accomplished that with some headlight bricks right here. And then for the beams here, I just used some brown rod pieces, which works pretty well. For the crate here, I just used one of the Lego crates on a hinge piece. And in the crate, there's a carrot and 2 apples. Now I'll talk about this market stall a little bit. So I just used some brown tiles on top to represent some wooden boarding. And then on the counter here, there's 2 fish. And if you didn't see earlier, there's actually a blue fish in this barrel here. So I'm glad I could add that. And I used the same brown rod pieces as in the last market stall. And I also added this owl on top, and I'm really glad I could find this owl because it looks really cool in my opinion. Now I'll move on to this floor design. So this is supposed to represent cobblestone, and I did that with a bunch of plates and tiles to make this kind of random cobblestone effect, and I think it turned out really well. For this fence, I used some rubber band pieces to connect all the fence posts, and I actually did find these in an official Lego set, so that's pretty cool. And then for the fence posts themselves, I just used some cylinder bricks with a rounded plate on top, or a tile, I guess. And then for this one, I actually found it with this printing on top, this wooden printing, and I'm really glad I could find that for this one. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough for the other two, but that's fine. For this fence post, I actually put a target on top, and that is why I could add this guy in, since he's kind of an archer with the bow and the quiver. Let's see, what else? So we have this forest area with a yellow tree, so that's how you can kind of tell it's supposed to be autumn in this set. There's also a brown chicken here, and I actually added this one pretty recently from the 2022 Advent calendar, so I'm glad I could find that piece. And then there's also just a few pieces of grass in the forest area. And other than that, that's basically all there is to this build. I'm really proud and happy with how this turned out. This is definitely one of the best MOCs I've ever made. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.